Hi guys, welcome to Pillow Cat.
Man, I almost played a video. I was like, you know what? I could do it. I was like, come on, man. Time and place. Get your shit together.
Exactly. We don't want to get a copyright strike.
It hasn't been a minute.
Hasn't been a minute.
But somewhere in the world, it has already been a minute.
Oh my god. Also, by the way, I just noticed that apparently one of our secret missions is to greet 3 seabirds, and I just noticed that as I was
killed 3.
No, I was like
5.
scaring a seagull that I saw.
You know what I keep thinking about? That I am basically our dog. We are both food motivated. We are tiny but mighty.
Tiny but mighty.
We like being petted, but if you try to touch us too much, we will growl and do that weird noise.
Okay.
And we're both extremely obsessed to a very unhealthy point with the cat.
Okay.
Like, we will find the cat and we will force our love against her will.
Makes kind of sense.
I think that's why the dog and I get along, because it's like we are the same. Also, both our dog and our cat are both Aries, and that's a-okay.
Okay.
Yes. Also, I got a text.
Never thought someone would like search that up, but okay.
I mean, our dog's birthday is at the end of March, and the cat's birthday is the start of April. So,
I mean, we could have also done it at the halfway mark of April or the last point of April.
No, because the halfway mark of April is a Taurus, and we ain't got no Taurus in this fucking house.
Okay.
There's a lot of feelings.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Which I gotta text my mom and ask her what is the birthdays.
We're a pipe.
Also, my mom just texted me about... Oh my god, my mom just texted me. She's like, have you watched this anime? And I'm like, why are you like this?
What anime is it?
Amor de Gata. And it's about the main protagonist turns into a cat so she can get her boyfriend's attention.
I know what she's talking about. It's a movie, I think.
Yes.
Yes. I know what she's talking about.
I have no idea.
I actually not gonna lie. I was actually gonna ask you if you wanted to see it because it's cats. Because it kind of reminds me of The Cat Returns. But I never.
That movie.
Yeah, I know. But I never asked you. Oh yeah. I never asked you because I was like, I thought to myself, she probably doesn't care about it. So yeah.
Also, I don't know when my aunt's birthday is.
Oh snap! Going down the rabbit hole. When's my aunt's birthday? Anyway. So I was outside and
what's her name? What's my aunt's name? Don't say it out loud.
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you're asking me and I can't answer.
I know my aunt's name. There we go. Oh my god.
Also, I fell.
I have a lot of aunts for those of you. I don't want to feed into the Puerto Rican stereotype, but I have a lot of aunts, like more than 20. And that counts not as my parents' siblings, but also my great aunts. May most of them rest in peace. Because it's not my fault, man. That's all I have to say.
It's all good. No one's blaming you.
Because technically, from my mom's side, I have a half family from my great grandfather's side. Mm-hmm. So we merged the families at some point because the 2 women whom he was quote unquote dating became friends and shunned him.
Wow.
Yes, that was a story. They were like, you know what? Fuck you, because he had a family. Because. Okay, this is when Puerto Rico started merging the country lifestyle with the industrial lifestyle. So he had 2 houses. He had one in the country and then one in town.
Damn, and nowadays we can't even get a little like apartment for ourselves.
Damn right.
He had 2 houses.
He had 2, and he had 2 different wives.
Damn.
Yes, and he married neither. But he lived with both of them. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go work down in the city. Bitch ass had a whole other family where he had like 5 daughters. Mm-hmm. And then with my great grandmother, he had the 1 son and the 1 sister. Actually, I think he had 2. No, he had 2 daughters? No, he had the 1 daughter. So his only son was my grandfather.
Why can't I go in here?
I don't know. Ask it nicely.
It's showing. Oh, I think I have to hold it, right? That's what it's saying. No. I'm sorry. I'm listening. I'm frustrated right now.
That's a long story about why I have so many aunts.
That's crazy though.
So yeah.
That is crazy bread, bro.
Yes, and because of that, because of all the great aunts I have, That leads me to having a lot of cousins and different types of aunts. So like aunt cousins and then cousin cousins.
You said aunt cousins, and I was like, "Duh, what?"
Yes, because that means that they are children of my great aunt, which would make them like grand uncles, which are so they're my mom's cousins, but they technically are my aunt / cousins. And then they had children, and the magical number for children has always been 3.
Okay.
Never, it's either the minimum is 2, the maximum is 3, and then you can never have either more than 3, and you can't have less than 2. Like that has always been a thing for some reason.
No pressure.
Yes. So that's how I ended up with so many cousins. And one day I would like to sit down and count them, but there's a problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is that I think I have other half cousins from like the countryside, and it's like I've only met them in passing at least once. And then if people were to look at my cousins and me, we're all different colors.
Yeah.
And so it's like, no, you guys aren't cousins. Like, no, I assure you we are. But from my dad's side, he only has 2 sisters. And
you said scissors or sisters?
Sisters.
Okay, it sounded like you said scissors. Yeah, it sounded like you said scissors, and I'm like,
he has a lot of scissors.
I was like, excuse you?
Yes, he has his own home office, and so every time he would lose scissors, he would buy new ones. I wish this was a lie, but it is not. And this includes every single office supply he has ever owned. Literally.
Wow.
I'm not saying my father may have ADHD, but he definitely cannot keep track of his things.
By the way, before you keep going and talking, I want to like consistently interrupt you. I hate this thing. I hate this one. Like, it's taking me forever to do this one like mission or whatever you want to call it. Oh, I finished it though, thank God. But I hated this one so much.
I'm glad you're suffering.
Keep going with your story.
Anyway, my dad has 2 sisters. One of them never got married.
Yeah.
So the one sister had 2 children.
So she's rich.
That was yes.
That was the saying.
Yes, she had a lot of money before she retired. But then again, she owns her house.
No, I did this one.
And she has 2 different cars. Actually, 3.
3. I was gonna say 3.
3 different cars. But she doesn't have money according to her. And I'm like, it's just you, literally just you in that house.
She has no kids, no responsibilities.
And then the house is a 2-story house, and it has 4 bedrooms.
I don't remember it being a 2-story house.
Oh yeah, it's a 2-story house. It's just we never go to the top part because she's a hoarder. So 90%, a good chunk of the shit she overowns that she doesn't need is upstairs.
I get it now.
Yes, and there's 2 living rooms, 1 dining room, a kitchen, a balcony, a back porch, a sunroom, and she owns land. But she's poor. She ain't got no money. It's like, okay, auntie, sure.
I just found it funny how out of nowhere she just said that to me, like, I'm not the rich aunt anymore, and I'm like, bro, I didn't even say anything.
But if we stop at a Marshall's, you know that the first thing she grabs is a carton. I'm like, auntie, what are you buying? I haven't found it yet. What? Anyway, what was I talking about, my cousins?
Sorry.
But yeah, I only have the 2 cousins that I talked to from my dad's side, because my grandfather had a bunch of sisters and brothers, so that would lead me to have great uncles and aunts. But one of them was murdered in a mystery murder. It's a cold case now.
Dude, I was just thinking about that the other day, by the way.
Yes, I remember her. I even remember the last time I saw her before she got murdered, and I remember because she yelled at me for singing a song. She was not a happy woman at all. And I think I went to her house once, and I loved that place. But yeah, he had a bunch of siblings, and they all hate each other to the point where one of my uncles, my great uncles, sued my parents because they wanted the properties that currently are in dispute, because they're basically half properties of my grandmother that she died of cancer when I was like 7, and my grandfather.
You saw how I did that.
And my grandfather, who recently died. So my great uncles have no claims to the houses.
Yeah, they're not supposed to.
But they want it because they're greedy. Okay. And one of them died, so the lawsuit is like pending. It's like, how can you carry a lawsuit if you dead, my dude?
Makes sense, I guess.
So there's
I can
drama on
relate.
both sides of my family. I'm glad you guys are here to hear about this fucked up family.
It's really funny though how you say there's oh look at her.
Oh, she's so cute. Look
yeah,
at her.
her name's Florina.
Yeah,
anyway.
girl, get it.
Oh, shit.
Fuck him up. Yes.
Anyway, it's kind of funny how you talk about all this drama while in a Kirby game. It's like the most like chill, nicest game.
You lived through it. But anyway, my great uncles and aunts, the great aunts never got married. No, that's not true. One of them had a child out of wedlock, which was the one who got murdered.
Oh wow.
Hey, what's wrong,
What's
baby?
wrong, baby?
Do you want your little wheel? You want your little wheel? Come here, let's go.
Stay away from me, geese.
But the other ones I had children, but I barely talk to them because I don't know them.
Okay.
Like, I don't think we're allowed to know each other.
Oh, okay.
Because
Snap, shit. No, I didn't know.
because of the legal dispute, there's like, no, I can't talk to you because you will influence the family into this situation. I'm like, who do you people think we are?
I don't know, but that sounds kind of funny though. Not gonna lie.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I have 2 more aunt cousins from my dad's side.
My God, I suck at this game. Anyway, I find it hilarious how you call it aunt cousins.
I don't know what to call it. And
that's
then
fine.
only one of them had a daughter, and I saw her when she was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And oops, sorry.
Oh, so this is how I get the tornado. Nice.
I only saw her as a baby, and she was a freak baby. Like, she looked weird as fuck. But that was it. Like, I know her because I have her on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen her girlfriends because she's on Facebook, but that's it. Like, we have never crossed paths after that. It's like, this is it. So I have a huge family. That was the original.
Oh yeah.
It's huge. So if we were ever in one room, we would not fit.
Oh yeah.
On either side. And then, like I said, from my mom's side, there's additional cousins because of like lineage, just like last names, and it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm talking about my grandfather's side, and I have my grandmother's sides are probably wilder because I don't really know a lot about it because they would refuse to talk about it. For example, my grandmother from my mom's side, she had 7 sisters.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've only met 2. Yeah, the rest are dead, but they were living while I was growing up. But I've only known 2. And God bless, the one that I knew, I would spend a lot of summers in her house. She was adorably nice compared to my grandmother.
Damn.
Yes. But anyway, I have a huge, ridiculous, like, big family. I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, oh my God. So I always think it's funny when I moved here.
It's up there? I thought it was down here. Sorry,
Time's running out.
It ran out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got it. I can do it.
Well, the thing is, it's like, when people say, oh yeah, this is our whole family. And it's like mom, dad, maybe a brother, a sister. And that's, I'm like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, it's so huge. There's so many people. And I'm like, what the fuck? I can move around. There's no screaming, yelling, shaming.
Yeah.
This is nice. Your food sucks.
I mean, I wouldn't say it like that because my family, and sorry if I interrupted you, but my family is small, super small. It only consisted of my mom and my sister and my other sister, which, we barely, shared together. And there was still a lot of judgment and whatever you were saying, so.
Shame.
And shame, yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, but at least your mom knows how to cook. This is going to sound this is going to sound terrible, and I apologize if I insult anybody. I'm, like, so sorry. Like, when I moved to the United States, like, I was lucky that I had a lot of Caucasian friends that wanted to know about my culture. Clearly, some of them were microaggressive, but they learned. But they tried really hard to, like, invite me to their families and their houses, and they were like, because they knew how scared and lonely I was, and they tried really hard. Then again, I moved to one of the nicest states, so that felt really good. Anyway, the point was that they would invite me out to eat, or they would cook, and it would be like a sandwich and some chips. Or it would be like a potato, a baked potato. And I know that's what they're accustomed to. But it's like, dude, what? Like, is this the main course? Is this like the appetizer? Do you guys believe in salt? Who hurt you? Can I help you? The other one was... potlucks. I fucking hate potlucks.
That's not. You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing.
I hate potlucks. Just because I get invited to a lot of them does not mean that I enjoy them. Because where we come from, like, if there's parties, yes, they are like, what are you bringing? And you bring something, but the person who is hosting the party is responsible for making the main dish, which is usually like asopao or like, it's like intense food. But in potlucks,
she's like barking. Sorry, she's barking something. What?
She's barking at the cat because the cat refuses to pay attention to her.
Okay, I thought something was happening. I wanted you to check.
No, the cat, if you could see the cat, she's chilling on her little paper bag, just kind of looking at the dog from her little fortress. And the dog's like, but I love you.
I died.
I know, because you suck.
Yep.
Anyway.
I actually feel that on a spiritual level.
I don't like potlucks because it's like everybody brings like a dish. But it's not like a full course dish. It's just little appetizers here and there. So if everybody feels like doing a dip, because those are easy to do, we just have a dip day. Basically.
Dip day.
It's like it's upsetting because it's like, no, I want like a main dish, like something with protein, not just buffalo dip and cheese dip and spinach and something else dip, or the new dip that I found out. I know.
I'm sorry. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Of course I'm seeing.
He swallowed an arch and now he can fly.
Yes.
Okay.
What was
and
the
I can
other
spin
one?
tackle. Okay.
It's like.
I got distracted. Ah!
It's like pickle cream cheese dip.
Ew.
Shut up! It's fucking delicious.
Ew.
Then again, it's like pickles with something else, and it's very intense tasting, and I love it, but it gets to the point where it's like, this is too much. And then
This is actually pretty fun. I was shitting on it, but this is actually pretty fun. I missed one. Fuck. And then?
Most people don't enjoy the Puerto Rican food because it's flavorful and it has a lot of different things. So people are like, I don't know. It's like, I spent hours making this.
Yeah, a lot of good seasoning too and shit like that.
And they're like, well, it's just the texture. And I'm like, fuck you and your little texture bit.
Tell me about it. I don't want the texture. Just like, shut up.
I have a friend. She's not dead.
Yeah, I was like,
Who, one time I brought like guacamole, and it was it was Puerto Rican guacamole, as in it was made with Puerto Rican avocados, and my mom sends me. And I would never sacrifice my avocados for anybody because avocados are my main favorite food. Hey,
no.
Artemis, no. Oh, she's just licking the table. Continue, babe. But I made it for everybody because I was like, you know what? This is the one time I'll do it for you guys, right?
Yeah.
And she didn't eat it because, it's texture, blah, blah, blah. And then she tries to shame me a couple months later. You've never brought guacamole. I like guacamole.
I remember
almost
that.
punched her in the face.
Yep.
I was like, dude, what? And I don't buy, like, the Haas avocados because they're different. So I never know if they're ready. And I'd rather just not buy a bunch of avocados that cost, like, $2.
Yeah.
For it to just not work out.
Exactly. Yeah, I got you.
So, fuck it.
It's better to go with what you know.
Yes, I
hate
potlucks. And then sometimes I want to make, like, my favorite dishes. Like pineapple spam dip. It's my favorite.
I thought you didn't like spam.
I don't, but when it's, like, in the dip.
Oh, a dip. Yeah, I heard
it
it
has the
now.
cream cheese,
Yes.
and then it has, oh, my God. I fucking love
Why
that.
don't you do it here, then? I don't mind trying it if it's something that you like. I don't like pineapple, but
it's pineapple jelly.
I don't mind trying it.
Oh my god, it's one of my favorites. I would fucking die for it. Anyway, but it's like, because it's different flavors, and it's like, you guys, you know what? Fuck you. And people don't understand how much it breaks my heart when I spend all these hours making like homemade dishes that you can't find it anywhere, so you have to make it from scratch. And people don't eat it because the texture's weird.
Yeah.
And it just destroys me.
I know exactly what you mean.
Like, one time, I risked it for the biscuit, and I made pastelón. And I was like, nobody's gonna like it. There was this lady, she was like, oh my god, can I eat the rest? This is delicious. And I'm like, it's basically plantain lasagna, and she's like, I fucking loved it, and I'm gonna feed my children a different food, and this is my dinner.
Yep.
And I'm like, girl, eat it. It's my favorite.
You have our blessing, basically. Come on, just.
And every time I make like one of those like wild foods, she fucking loves it. She's like, there's so much flavor in this. I'm like, you're welcome.
Glad she likes it. Yeah, that sounds awesome, man.
I love her.
I love it when people enjoy our cultural food.
I was like, did you get it right? No, it was 30 seconds.
I did. Like, I took 30 seconds too long.
You're a loser.
I am a loser.
Loser.
I am a loser. I don't mind accepting it.
God, tomorrow's gonna be one of my longest days at Nintendo Corp.
Ugh, tell me about it.
I'm gonna leave like it's 8:30.
I have no idea.
6:30. I don't know. It's gonna be a late day.
Also, you said Nintendo Corp, and I was like, excuse you? Oh, okay.
Nintendo org.
Yeah, sure.
When it gives, our main goal is to give away shitty toys to kids that need.
Yep.
And what they need is good toys, but we give them bad ones.
That makes total sense.
I work with teenagers, and I had a teenager trying to explain to me what a Nintendo Switch was.
Really? Are you fucking... No, wait. Are you fucking for real?
I am.
You're like, I wish I was lying.
And then he tried to tell me that you need to update your Switch every single week or else it won't work.
No.
And I'm like, that's not an accurate statement. And he's like, yes, it is. It will just shut off. And I'm like, that is not true. You only have to update it maximum every 3 months. And that's if you have games that you're actively using that, you know, have come out with a downloadable part. And it's free because you broke as fuck, my dude.
Okay.
And he's like, no, you don't know shit. I was like, I have a Nintendo Switch. Shut the fuck up, man.
I don't even think, honestly speaking, I don't even know when you have to do the updates.
I don't think you have to at all.
There has been times I do updates, but it's not like, I don't know when.
He tried to tell me how to do it. And I was like, shut the fuck up, man.
You told him 3 months, and I'm like, really? She knows more than me because I don't know shit.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to say 3 months. I mean, it's not like he can have it. We confiscated it. And then he had the balls of saying, I don't fucking need it. You can fucking keep it. And I'm like, nope.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, okay, bet. 2 hours later, he's like, so can I have it? And I'm like, no, you said you didn't give a shit, so I'm keeping it. You can't do that. Watch me.
You know what you should have done? You should have taken his Switch and then like a random day connected to your TV and have like you and the other kids play it in front of him. Yeah.
Well, I actually have to look through it to make sure that he doesn't have any nasty games in there. Like I took another kid's cell phone. Yeah. And it's been months, and he's like, "What can I have?" And I'm like, "When are you gonna be done being a bitch?"
Wow.
And he's like, "I don't know what you mean." And I'm like, "You threw a hissy fit because we told you." You can't take your backpack to the bathroom. 1, because that's unhygienic. And 2, why do you need your backpack in your bathroom? And then you said you were going to fight me over it. And I was like, and not like argue, like he was going to fight me. And I was like, do you understand how that's a problem? He's like, no, you shouldn't be telling me what to do. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, boy. Okay, sweetie. Move around.
Well, I was waiting for you to finish so you can say, next time on Pillow Cat, next level, fast flowing waterworks. That's what she said.
That sounds like what it sounds like when I pee. Fast flowing waterworks. Either that or when I cry.
Fast flowing waterworks, and you're like, where's the leak now? And you're like, in the face.
It's like, there's so many places.
I need a plumber.
I'm basically a fountain at that point.
Yeah.
Are humans just fountains if we're just leaking through our eyes and our pee holes? You guys are welcome. Okay, love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Wash your hands.